Hey there, guys and gals. Welcome to Comixstravaganza Live. We are here coming to you live from Heroes World Comics and Collectibles, the world's greatest comic book shop, and it says so right on the window. And this is just a fantastic place. And if you don't know us, I am the comic book loving, time traveling prophet of pop culture, the voice of Diesel Punk, the artist also known as the Bamboozleist, Big Daddy Cool, but you can call me Johnny. And along with me is the phenomenal one, the beautiful and talented Kally-L. How you doing, Kally?
I'm great.
Are you feeling better today?
I'm feeling so much better today.
Last week, you guys know, Kally missed the show because she was not well.
Not good. It was not pretty.
And we think it was food poisoning?
I think so. It was awful.
Food poisoning is the worst. And the fact that you were sick for 3 days tells me that probably it is.
It was 3 days and it was ugly.
The most sick I've ever been in my life, it was food poisoning from Captain D's.
Oh, boy.
3 days. I thought I was going to die. Literally thought I was going to die.
It was bad.
And
I thought I was immune, too. You know, my whole life. I thought I was immune to food poisoning, but nope.
You can't be immune to food poisoning, Kally. That just kind of happens. So, hey, we want to thank our sponsors. We are powered by Graphic Policy, graphicpolicy.com. That's where we get our news stories from. That's where we share news stories on our Facebook page. If you don't know Graphic Policy, you need to go graphicpolicy.com and sign up for their daily news. You get comic news, views, and reviews. And every once in a while, they mix in a little bit of politics. So if that's your bag, you'll get that fix as well. And we've got a lot of great news to talk about this morning, as well as new comics. But before we get to that, Kally, just in the 2 weeks that we've been back on the air, we were gone for 3 years, but we have such awesome, loyal fans that we've been approached by 3 comic book conventions to come and be special guests. We will be at the Salem Comic-Con in Salem, Illinois. This is in 2020, so we're going to be talking about these a lot over the next couple of months. Frankfurt Con in Frankfort, Kentucky. That's the capital of Kentucky. Have you ever been?
I have not.
It's pretty small. And Clarksville Con in Clarksville, Tennessee. And that's going to be at one of my all-time favorite venues, at the Custom House Museum, downtown Clarksville. Have you ever been there?
No. I've been to Clarksville. I lived in Clarksville for a short time, but
you've never been to the Custom House?
Never been.
Custom House it's now a museum, but it was a train depot where all of the train shipments came in and out of Clarksville. And it's a museum. They've got this great auditorium. They've got this model train display that is one of the largest in the country. It is the largest in Tennessee, and it's awesome.
That sounds neat.
I can't wait. I can't wait to be at the Custom House. So some big news. Disney Plus. So let me set the table here, Kally, because you don't know this, but a year ago, I predicted on my other podcast, the Diesel Punk podcast, I predicted that Hulu and Disney would have to cooperate, merge together, and offer a bundle package. I said this when they announced the formation of Disney Plus, because the co-hosts were like, can people handle this a la carte, $10 here, $10 here, $10 here? And the answer I had was no. Not, when you got Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and what's the other one? Not Stitch, Switch. My son will kill me because we use it. Anyway, they're all $10, $15 each, and I'm like, there's a breaking point. And DC Universe and CBS All Access. I mean, there's a breaking point where people just go, I can't anymore. So I thought when they announced Disney Plus streaming, which is going to be epic, all of Disney's catalog, everything that Disney owns and has produced will be on Disney Plus, except the any of the rated R stuff that is maybe produced by Touchstone Pictures. But they announced last week that they were going to do a special add-on bundle with Hulu. And that's all they announced. And I knew that was going to happen. A year ago, I predicted that was going to happen because I said there's no way that everyone can afford all of these different streaming services. But yesterday, they announced Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus, all three bundled together for only $12.99. That's cheaper than standalone Netflix. It's cheaper than Amazon Prime, and you get all three of them. And I'm thinking, who needs Netflix now?
Right?
Yeah.
That's a heck of a deal.
It is. Good. I mean, so you're going to get all of Disney's content, everything that they put on Hulu that's not necessarily a Disney-owned property, plus the rated R Fox stuff will be on Hulu. So Deadpool, the Logan movies, that will all be on Hulu. It won't be on Disney Plus because Disney bought Fox earlier this year. They acquired Fox. So for just $12.99, you're going to get the entirety of the Disney catalog, the entirety of the Fox catalog, the entirety of the ABC TV catalog, all of the live sports from ESPN Plus for $12.99. The only thing you won't be able to get on this bundle is the original trilogy of the Star Wars movies, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. They've got a special license with Spike TV, and that goes through, I think, 2022. So until that expires, you won't get any of the original Star Wars, but all of the new Star Wars, including the Mandalorian TV series, and rumors of, and there's a Captain Cassian TV series, and rumors of a Further Adventures of Luke Skywalker, starring Sebastian Stan as Luke Skywalker. I started that rumor. It's going to happen. That's why they call me the prophet of pop culture, because I know these things. Anyway, so I think what's going to happen, Kally, is that Netflix is going to have to counter. Because Netflix is $15 just by itself. And I don't know about you. Do you subscribe to Netflix?
I do.
I love Netflix, but their catalog of blue chip hit movies keeps shrinking.
Yeah.
And they've got great original stuff, but, sometimes I want to see,
Yeah, I just got Hulu because I'm running out of things to watch.
Okay,
Netflix,
okay,
so.
well.
But
there's
didn't know about the bundle.
Yeah, they just announced it yesterday, and it's going to be awesome. So Netflix has got to counter. And I think what's going to happen, we're going to see Netflix partner with CW and the DC Universe and CBS All Access. And I think those four will come under the Netflix banner. That's my prediction.
I hope you're right.
Yeah. So those of you who are looking for your Star Trek Discovery fix, or your Swamp Thing fix, I predict that by this time next year, that will all be through Netflix. And really we'll have those two giants, Netflix and Hulu, and then on the periphery we'll have Prime and whatever the other one is that I can't remember what it's called that we use every day. That's going to drive me crazy. Anyway, movie news. You are kind of excited about this.
Yes.
The Banana Splits movie.
I'm super excited about this.
Now, you didn't watch this when you were a kid. You didn't see the TV show when you were a kid.
I had no idea what it was.
La 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 la, tra la 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 la. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. I love.
Do you know the dance?
I don't. I didn't. You know what? I didn't even remember that there was a banana split dance until you mentioned it, and I went and I watched it. And the guy who plays Droopy, who is based off of Michael Nesmith, by the way. Okay. Do you know the Monkees? Hey, hey, we're the Monkees. Child. You're so young. The Monkees were a TV show that was a manufactured band based on the Beatles. You know the Beatles.
I do know the Beatles.
Okay. So, Hey, Hey, we're the Monkees. It was Davy Jones, Michael Nesmith, Mickey Dolenz, and Peter Tork. Well, so the Hanna-Barbera, who created the Banana Split show, they modeled the Banana Splits characters on the Monkees. And the texture and the kind of the antics are very similar, except that you had the added benefit with the Banana Split show. They would show these short 2-minute cartoons, and they were serial cartoons. So you had Sinbad, you had Danger Island. Uh-oh, Chongo! You got to go watch some of these episodes. It was, for me in my youth, my childhood, coming home every day from school and watching the Banana Splits, it was one of the best things in my life. I was obsessed with the Banana Splits as a child. But what's happening now?
The horror movie.
There's a horror movie. Now
I love it.
You watched the trailer.
Mm-hmm. I did.
What do you think?
I think it's going to be awesome. I'm excited. I love the characters where what are they called?
The animatronic kind of things?
Like just the mascots.
Yeah, the mascot characters. Yeah.
I love those people. And so for them to be, running around killing people, I think it's awesome.
Well, you can imagine. All right, so I loved the Banana Splits as a kid, but I understand, and a lot of people who are like me are kind of outraged about the whole thing, right? Like, you're raping my childhood kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know what? As long as you tell a good story, I don't care, because I understand. Some people find those mascot kind of characters, those costume characters, horrifying. And that's what this movie is going to tap into, right? You love them, but you probably know someone who, if they were confronted by, one of those costume characters, would probably freak out.
Probably.
I mean, I remember, I went, we took our kids to Disney World, and, I remembered, because my son was freaked out by Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse comes up, he's, and to a 6-year-old, Mickey Mouse is a giant freaking rat, to quote Robin Williams. And, not everyone's my daughter, on the other hand, she's fearless, and she's like climbing up Mickey, and that's the thing. So, Banana Splits horror movie.
Yeah, it shows them driving around their little cars, being all creepy,
buggies?
And their eyes turn red, yeah. I'm so stoked.
Are you a horror movie fan?
I love horror movies.
What's your favorite horror movie?
Oh, probably Wrong Turn.
Wrong Turn? Mm-hmm. I've never heard of this movie. No. What's it about?
Oh my gosh.
I put her on the spot.
This hillbillies with bow and arrows and real creepy.
Oh, so it's kind of like amped up Deliverance. Have you ever seen Deliverance?
I don't know.
Squeal, boy. Squeal like a pig. It's
kind of like that.
Yeah, well, so Deliverance was this movie with Warren Beatty and was it Burt Reynolds, and they find themselves out in the bayou of Louisiana on a hunting trip, and they come across these hillbilly good old boys that are hunting them and tormenting them, and there's this horrible rape scene with Warren Beatty getting raped by one of the hillbilly guys, and that's when he says, "Squeal like a pig." But this Wrong Turn movie sounds like it's that concept, just amped.
Yeah.
Kinda?
It's pretty close.
Yeah?
Yep.
All right, more movie news. Andy Serkis is officially directing Venom 2. Now, you took notes on this. Get your notes out. Because I know Andy Serkis from some of his roles. I know him best from playing Claw in Avengers: Age of Ultron and the Black Panther movie, but he's done a lot of other characters. He was Golem in Lord of the Rings. Is that right? And
Yes.
Caesar in Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
What is this one?
This is King Kong. It says he was
King
in
Kong. Oh, did he do the face capture for King Kong?
He did.
I did not know that. Mm-hmm. That makes perfect sense because he was, Caesar in Planet of the Apes. What is Spike? What is Spike from? Do we know?
Spike. One of them. Oh, my phone's over there. I can't remember what Spike was.
But he was Snoke in Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. I had forgotten that. So he's going to direct Venom 2. Now, I've never seen Venom. Mm-hmm. I hate the character, to be honest with you. So I never watched the movie. But you've got some notes about Venom 2.
I do.
Share with us. What are some of your thoughts about what's coming up with Venom 2?
It's really hard to say considering the new director there, but I know Tom Hardy does a lot of the writing, and I know Michelle Williams is coming back as Eddie's girlfriend in Venom 2. And then we have Woody Harrelson as Carnage, who have made appearance in the first one.
Do we have confirmation that he is going to be Carnage?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Google says.
Google said. Oh,
Google says.
The holy oracle of Google says.
Yeah. It shows a little clip at the end of the first Venom.
Oh, does it? Okay.
There will be carnage.
Where he gets the symbiote?
No, he just says there will be carnage.
Oh.
At the very end, he's got like 2 lines.
See, I didn't even know Woody Harrelson was in Venom because I've never seen it. I know, pull my geek card. But you know what? Was it a rated R movie?
I don't know.
I
don't think so, but I'm not for sure.
That's a surefire thing. If it's a character I hate and it's rated R, I'm not going to see it. So I hate Venom. I hate Deadpool. So I've never seen either of the Deadpool
You hate
movies.
Deadpool?
I can't stand Deadpool.
I love Deadpool.
And it's rated R, so
Yeah.
I avoid rated R movies. Oh, what else we got? So Woody Harrelson is going to be Carnage. Venom, Ruben Fleischer. What's Ruben Fleischer?
He directed the first.
He
directed the first Venom, and he's going to be working on Zombieland 2, which is why he can't do Venom 2.
And what is the Black Panther connection?
He had a role in Black Panther. He was
Ruben Fleischer did?
Believe so.
I'm learning something new this morning from Kally-L.
Ooh. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
So
Ruben
what do you
Fleischer.
guys think? Are you guys excited about Venom 2? Was it a big enough hit that you're going to be super pumped for it? I would love to read your comments and know what you guys think. But you liked the Venom movie.
I did. I love Tom Hardy, and I liked the Venom. I thought he looked cool. The character in the movie, I thought he looked cool.
That's awesome. Awesome. But you didn't know before watching it that the character was originally connected to Spider-Man. Is that right? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, pretty much. Once someone said it, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense, but there was no Spider-Man in Venom, so.
That's right. And that's due to the deal that Marvel has with Sony Pictures, and it's a convoluted mess. We'll get into it some other time. Any other thoughts on Venom 2? Andy Serkis is directing.
Yeah. It's hard to say. I don't know a lot of other films that he directed, so.
Well, I heard he directed Mowgli on Netflix, which I know that was a more loyal adaptation of the Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling, not the fun musical version that Disney did. But I maybe I need to go watch that because I don't know how to judge this news about Andy Serkis being the director of Venom 2 when I've really not seen anything that he's directed. I've seen a bunch of the stuff that he's been in or done mocap for. But anyway, so Andy Serkis is directing Venom 2. And in the big nope department, David Leitch, who directed Deadpool 2, is remaking the Bruce Lee classic, Enter the Dragon. And I have one question. Why? Why? Why would we remake a classic? Have you ever seen Enter the Dragon?
No. I watched a little bit of the movie clips online when I was looking at it. But
I mean, Bruce Lee was the baddest man to walk the planet. Why would you want to remake Enter the Dragon? I get it. I get it. Enter the Dragon was made in like what?
73.
73. And film technology has changed quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's a classic. Let's not remake classics. Yeah. Let's come up with new ideas. What do your notes say?
Casting with a bunch of question marks.
Oh yeah,
that was the one thing. I'm like, who are they going to get to play?
Well, there are a lot of great Chinese action heroes.
Yeah.
And if I had my pick, it would be the guy who played Storm Shadow in the G.I. Joe movies. Or, and I can't remember his name, I apologize, or the guy who played Billy Tam in Magnificent Seven, the remake of Magnificent Seven, which was a great remake, by the way, but again, why? They didn't need to do it, but I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. Mm-hmm. But this is one that I gotta say, no thank you.
No.
Yeah.
I was kind of on the board with it. I don't know.
Just standing here talking to you about it, I understand why they want to do it, because you've never seen the original,
right.
And for you to go seek out the original and watch it would be harder than them doing a reboot of it or a remake and you seeing it brand new in 2020, 2021.
Right.
You're probably more likely to go to the theater or rent it on Redbox or Netflix than to seek out the original. I kind of get that, but
because David does a lot. He did John Wick, Atomic Blonde.
Oh, okay.
Fast and Furious. So he has a lot of action-packed films. So
I'm going tomorrow night to see Hobbs and Shaw, the latest in the Fast and Furious franchise. Have you seen that yet?
I have not.
Are you a Fast and Furious fan?
I am.
Are you?
Yeah.
What was your favorite one?
I don't know. I don't have a favorite. I enjoy all of them.
I know fans. Okay, so this is off topic. This is not in our notes, but the last one, what was it? Fate of the Furious, where you had Vin Diesel going rogue and being the bad guy, and how did you feel about that? Did it make sense? Were you upset about it? I mean, did it matter?
It doesn't matter. It's Vin Diesel.
Well, because you know that he and The Rock don't get along in real life.
Right.
So it was kind of funny that...
Oh, they don't get along in real life?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was kind of funny that in the movie they would be
against
pitting each other. And apparently that caused some strife on set for them filming scenes together because they don't like to work with each other to begin with. So...
Dang. Did not know that.
Yeah. It's crazy actor people. Who knows? All right, so TV news. You guys ready for this? This just keeps getting better and better and better. Crisis on Infinite Earths. The big crossover between Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl. We talked last episode about them signing Tom Welling to be the Kingdom Come, or to be the Smallville Superman. Linda Carter is coming back as Wonder Woman. Brandon Routh is going to play double roles as the Atom and as the Kingdom Come Superman. But then this week, since our last episode, they've announced 3 more. I just held up 4 fingers. As I said. See, that's my love for the 4 horsemen. I can't do 3. I always have to do 4 life. Anyway, they announced Kevin Conroy, who is going to be Batman, Bruce Wayne. And Kevin Conroy is the voice of Bruce Wayne and Batman on Batman the Animated Series. He's played Batman more than any other actor.
Really?
Yeah. So Kevin Conroy, for a lot of people, is like the quintessential Batman, and he is coming as an older Bruce Wayne on Crisis on Infinite Earths, which means we are also going to see the younger Terry, who is the Batman in Batman Beyond. I forget Terry's last name. I apologize. Someone will post it down below. They've cast Mark Hamill as the Joker. Now, do you know why this is such a big deal?
I do not.
So Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker,
Okay.
is playing the Joker. Mark Hamill did the voice of the Joker on Batman, the animated series, and a lot of the DC animated movies. And all of the video games, Mark Hamill has been the Joker more than any other actor in history. He is like the quintessential Joker. And if you want to get an idea how he's going to be as the Joker in live action, you can go watch clips of him as the Trickster on Flash. The Flash series from the 90s and the most recent one. I'm trying to think of something that he would have said. Can Batsy come out and play? He's that voice. I can't wait. Can't wait. But on top of that, if that weren't epic enough, Michael Rosenbaum, who played Lex Luthor on Smallville, will be Lex Luthor on Crisis on Infinite Earths. So we'll have two Lex Luthors. We'll have John Cryer's Supergirl's Lex Luthor, and we'll have Michael Rosenbaum, Smallville's Lex Luthor. I mean, this thing just keeps getting better and better and better. It's like they are wanting this is like CW TV's The Arrowverse's Endgame. They are just packing this full. And do you watch any of those shows?
Not religiously.
Well,
Look at me.
well, you know what? The crossovers are a good place to start. So,
Those are all on the CW.
yeah, they're on the CW
I
app
love the CW.
or Netflix.
I gotta get in that.
Yeah, so go watch them. Because you know what? I don't watch the individual series either, except for Legends of Tomorrow. I love Legends of Tomorrow. It's a time travel adventure, action adventure, and it's funny because the characters are B, C, and D list characters, and they know that they're B, C, and D list characters, and that they're screw ups, and so they make it part of the joke. It's great. But I've not watched Flash since season 2. I've never gotten into Arrow, and I've not watched Supergirl since the end of season 1 because for me it was the same story over and over. However, I've watched all of the crossovers, and they're great. So if you've never seen any of the other shows and don't want to invest your time into starting with series at the beginning, just watch the crossovers, and you'll be golden.
Gotcha.
So that's going to be epic. That's coming later this year, this fall. But the big news, and I know, Kally, you are super excited about this. My Little Pony Live. This is a production that brings the story of My Little Pony live to stage, and it kicks off in March 2020, so just a few months from now. And it goes throughout the U.S. with stops including Boston, Milwaukee, Atlanta, Houston, and more. And ticket and VIP packages go on sale. This Friday, tomorrow, August 9th in select cities. Yep. Now, do you notice anything about this list of cities?
Not in Tennessee.
It is not even coming to Tennessee, y'all.
Nope.
Nowhere.
I checked it out yesterday. I'm like, what?
Not
not even close.
I thought Nashville was the it city. How is My Little Pony not coming to Nashville? Not that I want to go see it, but maybe I do want to go see it. Have you you know who's going to be coming out in droves for this? The Bronies.
The Bronies.
Do you know what the Bronies are?
No.
You're going to have to Google it. Bronies are men who are into My Little Pony and cosplay as the characters. And they get elaborate, like doing the whole hooves and, it's I'm going to say it's bizarre. It's a little bit bizarre. But the Bronies. But, the nearest it's coming to us is Atlanta, Georgia, to the Fox Theater, which is a big Art Deco theater.
And a long way away.
4 hours. You want to make a road trip? Go see My Little Pony live? I'll see if I can snag
I want to see the Bronies,
tickets. Yeah? Yeah, well, anytime there's a big presence of My Little Pony at a convention, the Bronies come out. So when I've done conventions where they have the artist from My Little Pony or the writer or, the illustrators from the TV series, the animated series. And, man, the bronies come out in droves.
Man.
Yeah.
I want to be a little pony.
Do you?
Yeah.
Now, listen, you had to have watched My Little Pony as a little girl.
Yeah, well, probably more as an adult.
Oh, really?
Than a little with my nieces. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Because it's still a thing. They're still doing episodes of it. I've never seen it, but, I grew up in the Care Bears era.
Yeah, I'm
And they're
more towards Care
horrifying
Bears.
to me.
Oh, that's a movie concept.
Yeah. Well, hey,
Horror
if this Banana Splits movie does well, they'll do a Care Bears horror movie. I guarantee it. Someone out there has created that, because I find the Care Bears terrifying. They're vicious little bastards, but they're masquerading as all love and joy and ooh, let me hug you and touch you and sprinkle you with rainbows. That's don't touch
little
me,
tricksters.
Don't touch me, you little freak. Anyway, so My Little Pony. You want to be who's your favorite pony?
The rainbow pony.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we know
What's
the
her
rainbow pony's name? I'll bet you there's My Little Pony right behind us, because we're standing in front of... Ooh, I see... The first thing I see is Care Bears Unlock the Magic. Oh, freak me out.
Rainbow Dash.
Rainbow Dash is your favorite My Little Pony. What other notes do you have there?
We had Twilight Sparkle, Pinkie Pie,
Pinkie Pie.
Verity, Fluttershy, Applejack, and Rainbow Dash. And you got Spike the Dragon.
Is Spike the Dragon the bad guy?
I think so.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bad guy.
What else do we got there?
That's it on My Little Pony.
What's that about Warner
The
Brothers
main
Sci-Fi?
seats.
Oh, the Banana Splits.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
produced by Warner Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Interesting.
Definitely.
So we'll next week we're gonna have some more up-to-date news on the state of DC Comics, owned by Warner Brothers. There was some news that came out this week, and we'll talk about it next week as more details come out. But DC Comics is in big trouble, and Warner Brothers owns them. They own Hanna-Barbera. They own Filmation, and it looks like the signs are there that Warner Brothers are going to discontinue publication of DC Comics. And what does that mean to the industry, and what does that mean to the fate of those characters? Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Are they going to go up for sale? Are they going to become licenses only? We don't know. We'll share more with you next week as we get more details. All right. It's time for new comics. Yum. Now, I gave you a stack of comics.
Yes.
Did you read them?
I did. I read most of them.
What was your favorite one? Was it Monster World?
Probably.
Yeah, that was a good one.
There was one I couldn't even finish. I can't remember their names now. I read them when I first got them.
Well,
I suck.
I'm going to turn you on to another one this week. All right, so if you'll hold these for just a moment. First up, number 4, Savage Avengers. This is a book by Duggan and Deodato. Jerry Duggan is the writer. Mike Deodato is the artist. And this is some of Mike Deodato's best work. Now, here's what's really odd about this. I should hate this book because I'm not a Conan fan. I hate Venom. I'm not a Punisher or Elektra fan. I hate Wolverine. And the only character that I like in this team, in this story, is Dr. Voodoo. And I've never been a big fan of Mike Deodato's artwork. It's good, but there's something about it that I've just never really been turned on by. So, on paper, I hate this. Oh, and also, they call it the Savage Avengers. They're not an Avengers team. The only two people who have ever been Avengers is Wolverine and Dr. Voodoo. And neither one of them has the seniority or the authority to call them the Avengers. As a matter of fact, in one panel, Dr. Voodoo says, "We need to call the Avengers." So they just slapped Avengers on a Savage Conan book where he's pulled into the present time, teaming up with a bunch of random heroes, 2 who used to be Avengers. I guess you could consider Venom to have been an Avenger when he was bonded with Flash Thompson. So we'll give it 3. But even then, Agent Venom, he doesn't have the authority to call the team the Avengers. Although, look at this. The Venom symbiote bonded with a dragon. You guys, we've got a Venom dragon in Savage Avengers. Yeah. It's on paper, I should hate this book, but I'm digging it in a big way. I'm really enjoying this, and I have no idea why. The writing is great, the artwork is great, and it's a mystery.
Dragon.
What's that?
There's a dragon.
There's a dragon. There's demons. There's magic. There's sorcery. There's assassins. You know, the Hand is teamed up with Kulan Goth, who is a longtime evil wizard in the Marvel Universe. There's a giant centaur demon that he conjures. I mean, it's like got everything in the kitchen sink. But
I feel like I would like that one.
Well, I'll let you take this one home and read it. This is issue 4. You really probably should start with issue 1. But
No.
I mean, this last panel with Dr. Voodoo getting ready to lead the team into battle. That's worth reading this book. But you know, it's everything that I don't like, but I like this book. Isn't that weird? All right, I'm going to trade you with this one. Now, this one is really cool from IDW, and you will dig this one in a big way. The Island of Dr. Moreau. This is a comic book adaptation of the classic Jules Verne novel. And there have been a lot of different adaptations of The Island of Dr. Moreau, and none of them have been very good. Film versions, there was the film version with Val Kilmer and not Charlton Heston, but The Godfather. I could have been a contender. What? Oh my God, my brain is like fritzing on me. Who was that? He played Sky Masterson in Guys and Dolls. I know all the characters he played. Oh, it's going to come to me in just a moment. But written by Ted Adams with art by Gabriel Rodriguez. And do you know the story of Dr. Moreau?
I don't think so.
He was a doctor in London who did experimentations to create human-animal hybrids.
Okay.
And he was, this is in the story, not real life. That would be the Nazis during World War II. But in the late 1800s, it's set, and he's banished from London. His medical license revoked, and sent off to an island. And he populates the island with his human-animal hybrids. And this is one of the panels of one of the Cheetah Man that you see on the front cover. Beautiful artwork. And this young girl, this Ginger, named Ellie, I believe is her name, she gets shipwrecked on the island and held captive. She escapes and stumbles across one of the hybrid surgeries in the middle of it, because apparently they did it all with surgery and blood transfusions and mincing DNA, and I think this is her in the next issue. I think she's going to be, because the last panel, bring her to me. That's that's going to drive me crazy. That I can't remember the actor who played Dr. Moreau in the movie.
I'm terrible
Luck
with
be
names.
a lady tonight. He played Sky Masterson. Oh, that's gonna Marlon Brando. Oh, thank God in heaven. Marlon Brando and Val Kilmer were in the movie Island of Dr. Moreau. It was a horrible movie. Did really poorly. So this is a brand new comic book adaptation, which is striving to be a true, authentic adaptation. I recommend that one for you.
For sure.
I think you'll like it.
Definitely.
All right, last one. And I'm going to go... I don't have it in front of me. There's two. Berserker Unbound came out yesterday. And that is by Jeff Lemire. I thought I had it with me. Maybe check that bag. See if it's in there. I thought I brought it with me. Berserker Unbound. Oh, here it is right here. Here it is right here. Berserker Unbound. So, this is by Mike Deodato art, writing by Jeff Lemire. And this has a very similar feel and style to the Savage Avengers because it's Mike Deodato's work, and it's about a barbarian like Conan who is in the Savage Avengers, but he's a redheaded barbarian, a ginger barbarian, the mongrel king, the Berserker, who gets sucked through a portal into the modern day age, and it ends with the beginning of him in modern day New York City. This was a fun book because unlike stuff that I've read from Conan, I connected more with this character because he's fighting for his wife and children who get killed in a massacre. And I mean, look at the artwork on this. This is some of Deodato's best work. This is a multi-panel spread, but it shows the village burning and the barbarian, the berserker with his wife and daughter in the center of the village as it's burning. Beautiful artwork. Interesting story. It's interesting, Kally, right now this time travel theme has become very prevalent in comics right now. You got Jughead's Time Police with Archie's comics. You got Temporal Knights, which I reviewed last week. Bronze Age Boogie and Savage Avengers. They've all, and there's probably some more that I'm not even thinking about, not even remembering. Seems like this time travel from the past to the present and back has been a big theme running throughout comics lately. If you're into barbarians, if you're into senseless violence and bloodshed, check out Berserker Unbound. All right, last one. This is my pick of the week. This is if you don't read anything else this week, you got to read this one. Dick Tracy Forever, number 4, by Michael Avon Oeming. And if that name sounds familiar, it's because he was the artist on Powers by Brian Michael Bendis. Now, I'm not going to give away the story. I'm just going to tell you where we pick up. So in issue 3, Dick Tracy wakes up in 2031, 100 years in the future, because the first 3 issues take place in 1931. And we find out that those adventures in the past all happened in his mind. He was like in something like the Matrix or the Framework. He was in a psychic kind of imaginary dreamland world, and he wakes up in the present knowing that he's lived this life, and he's got to track down the villain behind it. And the villain behind it will surprise you. That's the villain behind it. Classic Dick Tracy villain. But this story from issue 1 through issue 4 is the best Dick Tracy story I've ever read. If you're a Dick Tracy fan, you got to pick this up. Not only is Oeming's work, his artwork, just gorgeous to look at. I mean, it's perfect for Dick Tracy. Look at that artwork. That blocky, chunky, retro style. But I love this cover. Look at this. For you diesel punks out there, you're going to love this. Because we got the classic Dick Tracy style, which he maintains even in 2031. and juxtaposed against kind of this Blade Runner futuristic landscape. Love it, love it. This is my pick of the week. If you don't read anything else, read Dick Tracy Forever, number 4. And that's it for new comics, Kally.
Okay.
What one of those 4 do you think you are most excited about?
I want to say this one because that's what you said, but I'm kind of interested in the Savage Avengers. Yeah.
Well, if you like the Savage, go ahead and take them with you. Bring them back to me next week, with the other ones I lent you.
Mm-hmm. I didn't bring those with me.
No, that's okay. Giving you a hard time.
I still have to read the 1 and 2 of the
Sonata.
Mm-hmm. I haven't read those yet.
Oh, it's so good. I think you'll dig it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sonata was so good.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think. Sure. Savage Avengers 4. You might want to go back and after you read it, go, okay, I need to read 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how long that series is going to last. It might only be 5 or 6 issues, because I hope it comes to an end after this story arc. This is not a book that needs to be an ongoing series. Marvel, listen to me. This is not a book that needs to be an ongoing series. It needs to be a self-contained, limited series, and that's that. And I know a lot of you watching right now, you're wondering, okay, why am I not covering X-Men, House of X, or Power of X, Power of 10? Because I didn't like them. I'm not going to read them. I read issue 1, hated it. And why are you not covering the Green Lantern Multiversity issue, or the new Batman, the last issue of the Batman That Laughed series? It's because everybody else is reviewing those. I try to cover stuff that nobody else is talking about, and that's why I picked these 4 to spotlight this week. Any last thoughts, Kally? Any last notes?
This guy reminds me of Archer.
So Archer is inspired by Dick Tracy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I like Archer.
Yeah, Archer's good.
Yeah.
Archer's very funny.
Very funny. I love Archer.
Yeah, and especially the Archer Dreamland series where he is in that noir landscape when he's in a coma, playing gangster hunter, Elliot Ness kind of character. Yeah, very reminiscent of Dick Tracy.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. Well, guys and gals, that is it for this week. If you like the show, make sure you tell your friends, 200-300 of your closest friends and family, to come share the fun. Share this video. Share our links, our page. Get people to come join us. If you do like the show, we could use your support. We have a Patreon page at patreon.com/BigDaddyCoolShows. You can donate $1 or $2 a month to help us, and that covers travel costs to conventions, that covers upgrades to technology, and covers hosting time. We will be back with the audio podcast in a couple of weeks. We're changing servers right now, so this episode won't be on the audio feed, but your donation of $1 or $2 a month, that's it. Helps with those kind of costs, and it lets us do bigger and better things. So patreon.com/BigDaddyCoolShows. Also, make sure you visit our partner, graphicpolicy.com. Sign up for their newsletter. And if you're into magic like I am, check out Magic Subscription Box. They deliver a magic shop to your mailbox every month. It's $50 or $60 worth of magic for about $30. But if you use our promo code BDC Magic, Big Daddy Cool Magic, you get 50% off your first month. So it's only $15, not $30, $15.
Heck of a
That's
deal.
amazing. It is a heck of a deal. And if you're out tooling around, come down to Gallatin to Heroes Wanted Comics and Collectibles. They are the world's greatest comic book shop, and they are fantastic. All kinds of merchandise, great section for kids, one of the best kids comic sections in the area, and collectibles, new comics, great back issues, everything you could ever want for your geeky heart's desire. And I spy something right in front of us, Kally, that you have got to have. Do you see it? The Wonder Woman tiara and bracelets.
My nieces would die. They love Wonder Woman. They dress up like her all the time.
You'd be a good Wonder Woman cosplayer.
I gotta try that out.
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah.
That looks cool.
Now, if we reach 5,000 likes on our Facebook page, 5,000 likes, I am going to cosplay Harley Quinn
Oh, yeah.
on the show.
I have to pick my person out. I want to dress up, too. I'll do it for the heck of it.
Do someone next week. Maybe. Whenever you can get something together.
We'll
You'd be a
see.
good Poison Ivy, too.
Ooh, I do like Poison Ivy.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
that would be great. That would be great. All right, guys and gals, that is it for this week. Thanks for tuning in. And until the next time, we'll catch you on the flip side. You're welcome.